Crying on the Inside by Arwhale. With 92 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down, 51 comments, and 633 referrals. The tags for the story are tragedy, sad, slice of life. It's true. Sometimes a tear'll slip out. It's bound to happen sometimes. But for the most part, I cry on the inside. But right now, as I watch my friends weeping in a huddle together, I'm not crying. Not even on the inside. The only pony to star in the story is Applejack. Spring, with 1,146 words. It's true. Sometimes a tear'll slip out. It's bound to happen sometimes. But for the most part, I cry on the inside. Pinky knows it. Girl knows a heck of a lot about me, really. Never did figure out for sure if we were related, but she doesn't have to convince me that there's a connection. It's what's making her give me a free pass right now, and why she doesn't just expect me to join in on the big blubberin' sympathy hug. But despite all that she knows, all that she's figured out, there's one thing she doesn't know about me. One thing she doesn't see is I'm standing here at the end of the bed, watching my friends cry in a huddled ball together. It's that, right now, I'm not crying. Not even on the inside. I know that I'm only admitting it to myself, but I still feel bad. And I'm only giving myself a little bit of credit when I say that I did feel something at first. A little tug at the heartstrings or whatever. It wasn't like I'd never seen Rainbow Dash cry before, but definitely never like this. Never seen the girl so broken up. It took me by surprise. Heck, I think it took every pony by surprise. It's not like I shouldn't know how it feels. I'd be lying if I didn't say that I cried on that day too. Maybe even harder. 'Cause you see, back then, I didn't cry on the inside. 'Cause back then, I never needed to learn how. And it's clear to me, watching Rainbow Dash writhe around on the bed with tears streaming out of her like water from a wall spigot, that she never had to learn either. I can't fault her for that. Heck, I should be happy for her. I should be happy that she's never had to learn. I should be. But I'm not. Right now, I'm angry. And I'm ashamed of myself for it. But what about Applejack? Twilight had asked. Pinkie Pie had been quick to respond, shouting it as though it had been the most obvious thing in the world. Applejack cries on the inside, Twilight, she'd answered. I've been quick to affirm it. Quick to put on the best somber expression I could. Quick to clench my teeth and bottle everything up inside. It's true, I'd said. And it wasn't really a lie either. I do cry on the inside, just not right now. It's like what I already said before. He'll be back in a few months, and then you'll see him again. After all, it's just hibernation. It is hard to say goodbye, but really you're just saying see you later, not goodbye. It's a mite different. Months? Rainbow Dash had howled. She was crying even louder than before. I still remember the look of disappointment Twilight had shot me when no pony else was looking. As if I'd said the wrong thing, or perhaps been a little too honest for my own good. But what the hell else was I supposed to say? Tank was coming back. Rainbow Dash would see him again. What else was I supposed to say? I know that honesty can hurt sometimes. What's so painful about a few months? I wanted to say it all aloud. And if the room hadn't been so tense, I would have. To Twilight, to Rainbow Dash, and to every pony. But instead, I held my head as tightly as I held my tongue, watching my friends as they wept together. My hoof squeezes the hat's rim tighter. The felt wrinkles in my grip, and my jaw clenches as the crying amplifies. You poor thing, Fluttershy had said before wrapping her forelegs around Rainbow. Rarity and Pinkie had been quick to join in too. With all the commotion, no pony hears my teeth scrape together. You poor thing indeed. After all, it's so sad that you'll get to see him again. So sad that you'll just have to wait a few months before he'll wake back up. So sad that you'll have to lose so much. So sad that you're losing your pet when you could be losing your... I know you can't hear me, Rainbow Dash. I know that you, or any pony else, ain't even looking at me right now. But, I'm sorry. I'm wrong, Rainbow. I'm wrong about everything. I want to tell you to get over it. That losing your pet turtle, or tortoise, for a few months ain't a big deal. And in a way, I'd be right. But to tell the truth, I ain't over it either. Well, maybe I am in the sense that I don't think about it as much, but it still hurts. I can be my stubborn self and deny it all I want, but I wouldn't have thought all those horrible things if it weren't true. And as I'm standing here at the end of a bed, hat held loosely in my hoof with the brim dragging over the cloud floor, a thought pops into my head. I put the hat back on. When I left my family to work at Dodge Junction after the whole radio incident, I sent a letter back to Ponyville. I told them I'd be back, and I meant it. I told them see you later, too. But when I stepped off that train and set hoof into Ponyville Station, they welcomed me home with tears in their eyes, smiles on their faces, and hooves open wide all the same. Apple Bloom, Granny Smith, Big Macintosh, even my pet, Winona. It had only been a see you later then, too. And I guess that's how it'll feel for you and Tank, when spring is finally here. Sure, he's gonna wake up, but that still don't mean saying see you later doesn't hurt anyway. Even if goodbye still hurts more. I know your goodbye isn't the same as mine was. After all, not many ponies have ever had goodbyes like mine. And that's alright. I'm happy for you. I know you're sad right now, and that the others are sad too. But I'm happy. I'm happy that Tank will wake up. I'm happy you'll get to see him again. I'm happy that, at least for you, spring is right around the corner.